Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill. Well, that is the Coffee Company. It's going to be a bit. It's going to be a bit of an opening monologue because I think it is. It's very important. It's very important that we have this monologue. I'm going to be joined by Mr. Daigle in about 7 minutes, he said. And he might also have a similar monologue. But we here at the Coffee Company, this wonderful place that we've created, it's only a small, I'll just bloody shit. These four little walls, let's turn that down, might only be a small little place, but what we try and do here at the Coffee Company is we try and be the place you deserve to go have a chat, have a laugh, and protect your mental well-being. What has come out today in an interview that was had by Mr. Delhi has shown us again that, in the words of Andrew Gregory's in the chat, we're going to bring it up in a sec, mental health matters. There is a reason I always wear "Let's Talk About Mental Health" on my arm as part of my coffee to fill in, I like to call it. So, if there is ever a time you need to have a chat about something, send us an email, ping us a message. A lot of you have our numbers anyway. I'm going to bring Brian in because he's actually early. He said 10 minutes and he was here in 6. Who'd have thought?
What can I say, Ben? It's you, so I'll always try and be as quickly as possible. So yeah, how you doing, brother, and everyone in the chat?
We're doing all right. We're just having a bit of an opening monologue. That if anywhere, well, you could, because you're part of the Coffee Company, TottenhamOnTour, this whole family we've constructed over the last year. If anyone needs our support, we are here for you. We're here for you, and let's all be greater people together. But
Correct.
How are you doing today, Brian? We haven't been on a stream for a while, which
no, we haven't. And
it's always a pleasure to be on a stream with you, Brian. And yeah,
no, it's always about Ben. As you know, mate, you're not a streaming partner. You're not a YouTube fellow content creator with me. You're not a friend of mine. You are family to me. You are someone that I hold very, very, very close to my heart, and will do anything for.
And it is rescinded.
Of course.
Rescinded. That's totally the wrong word. Totally the wrong word.
Reciprocated. Let me come up with the posh word. Let me come up with the posh word and sound clever for a change.
As a little bit of a background, in about, I think it was March when we did the protest, I was not in a good mental state.
No, that was January.
It was January. That's how long ago it was. In January, I was in a horrific mental state. And we've spoken about this on the TottenhamOnTour show. This man helped me to the right of me. And it's greatly. It's that I was at a point where I was questioning who my friends are. And I'm going to say this because I don't think, right, am I a friend to you? And I said, you're not my friend, you're my brother.
Yep.
And it is absolutely every day of the week. So if anyone needs any help, we are here for you. And let's get back to the coffee show. But
yeah, let's do that.
Let's do it. But Brian, have you got any words to say before we welcome the guys in the chat?
No, not much. Just again, like I said on Purchase, how incredibly proud I am of Dele Alli. How incredibly proud as someone that's, like you said, our channel and your channel here are great advocates for mental health. We have done specials on TottenhamOnTour and even Tottenham Away when Brian Island and I were part of it before it was discussed on a wider spectrum on the Tottenham channels. We continue to do so. We did one recently, as you mentioned, when you're on Savers. It is something that is very, very close to our hearts and me personally because of my battle with addiction and mental health. So for someone with the reach of Dele Alli to come out and say what he did and speak about his past in such a open and frank way, fair play to Dele Alli, especially being rushed into it because of the British ragtops.
Yeah, absolutely. He's
Fair
in
play
control
to
of his
Dele.
own destiny now, and
Exactly.
the people of the United Kingdom will all be behind him because he deserves that. Because he's brought a lot of joy to a lot of people's lives in the way he played football, and it's now time we gave him some love back. But before I make myself a coffee and we have a chat, Brian, let's see who's in the chat. We've got the sheriff himself saying, "Afternoon, Ben. The thumbnail confuses me. I thought I've got that Lambretta shirt with that on. Then I remembered, absolutely. I went and saw The Who last night. And they were absolutely phenomenal. It was an absolutely brilliant show. They can still go at 80 years old almost. They can still go. We got Lee Smith's in the chat. Big up. There's another great guy in the community. Big up, Lee Smith. Hopefully you're doing well. Andrew Gregory's in the house, and good afternoon, Ben. Mental health matters, absolutely. Hopefully you're doing well. Chris Agenbar saying, good afternoon, Ben and everyone in chat. Good afternoon. Big up the 4 walls and a coffee grinder, absolutely. And Chris is saying, big up, Brian. Big up,
Chris.
And we got Hollywood Phil's in the chat saying, good afternoon, guys. Nice to see you both. Good to see you, Hollywood Phil. Always welcome if you ever want the link, Phil. It'll probably be working. I have suffered from mental health problems for most of my life. I saw my consultant psychiatrist this morning. Always here for you, Andrew. Great guy in this channel, and we're here for you, buddy. Great mental health support. Big up, Brian. Absolutely. Top man, Brian. Top man. Big up for the second time today, Brian, my man.
Big up, Lee.
Big up. And we got Stinging Nettle. Hi, I am Newsdish. Hello, Stinging Nettle. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Stinging Nettle probably came from Savage Show earlier, so great to see you here. But yeah, it's been a very interesting day. And what do you want to talk about, Brian?
Mate, this is your party, mate. I've just come to your party, so whatever you wish to discuss is what we do.
We can talk about 70s rock and roll then.
Okay, then I can't really offer a lot to it. I can just go, gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, but what can you say? It's today's a day where it puts a lot of things into perspective, doesn't it?
It's the world seems like it's healing today, I think, because the amount of love and support. There are some assholes. And luckily I said that after the 10-minute mark. There are some horrific human people, and I've been dealing with one this morning. Of course, you all know the rest, but not let the bad apples ruin the good thing we have here. We've got some wonderful people in this community. We've got some absolute diamonds, and let's all support each other.
Yes, very much so. Very much so. It's times like this where you realise just how the very tight people in this community are there for each other. Yeah,
it's the most important thing. Marcus saying, Ben, I'm coming up next Tuesday for a visit. A country lad in the smoke will come and see you. Everyone over to the coffee house on Tuesday, apparently.
Yeah, it looks that way. I might make a visit up there again.
Right,
I haven't been there for a while.
Let's all go. Let's all see Mr. Cousins. You're always welcome, sir. Aha was in the 80s. Yes, it is. And it's not rock and roll, but we'll forgive you. We'll forgive you. But it was really interesting. I've seen 2 bands in the last week who are populated by people over 70. And technically free. And it's just I was speaking with 2 wonderful people. I was speaking with Ian Meth, big up Ian, and I was speaking with Arthur, otherwise known as Kim's dad, King Arthur himself. And we were just saying, how wonderful is it that, and how much talent people have, that these people are in their 70s and they're able to do that. Like, no sit down for the only thing Roger Daltrey needed last night was a big mug of tea. And when he ran out of tea, he made sure that he needed another cup of tea. He's just like, cup of tea. That is what. It's just great. Like you see all these groups that are drinking. There's like mug of tea, PG tips.
Yep.
PG
yep.
tips.
PG tips isn't strong enough for me. PG
Yeah.
tips isn't strong enough for me. I need to either have Yorkshire.
Was Brian, but I was just saying PG tips.
Yeah, but you know what it is? I have to have a stronger cup of tea. It's either Yorkshire or supermarket own extra strong
Yeah.
tea, because I do love a builder's tea. I do love a builder's tea, so it has to be those.
But it's but definitely it's just I don't drink. I don't have an espresso saying that because you're here, Brian, and I know you like your espressos.
I do love my espressos, but I love your espressos the most.
Absolutely. Big up King Arthur. Certainly big up that man. Absolutely wonderful fellow. Need to have him by, but you can't have caffeine anymore. King Arthur gets phone calls off of Gary Mabbott. Uh-oh.
You did?
And you know what? I would love to have a phone call from Gary Mabbott. I think we need to organise that. What a guy Gary Mabbott
I'll
is.
tell you what, with Gary Mabbott, so I'll tell you, this is the kind of thing Gary Mabbott did. So we're talking years ago. We're talking, my God. So we're talking the best part of 30 odd years ago. 9 doors down the road from me, my mum's best friend used to live there. And when we lived in Barnet, they lived down the road from us. They've been tight since. Anyway, her sister was a diehard Spurs season ticket holder, went everywhere with them. And one of my mum's best friend's sons broke their leg in a bad way. And then we were just chilling at their house one day. All of a sudden, there was a knock on the door. And out of the blue, it was Gary Mabbott.
What a guy.
Who just came into this house. You got to remember, he was Spurs captain at this time. We're talking late 80s, before the FA Cup, just before the FA Cup. We're talking late 80s, early 90s. And he came in by himself, no other members from the club, no nothing, and spent about 2 hours with like about 4 or 5 kids, parents, like it was like he just popped in to see family.
Yeah.
And then just went on with his Gary Mabbott. And I've said it before, and Mark would have heard me saying, I say Mark because of Mark's love for him, which is, for me, without a shadow of a doubt, without even thinking, the most inspirational captain in Tottenham Hotspur's entire history.
Right.
Forget Steve Perryman having the most appearances and whatever. What this man has been through in his life, what this man has had to suffer, what this man continues to do, goes beyond football. Goes way, 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 way beyond football.
Yeah.
This man, we hear the word legend branded about so many times, but this man should be called Sir Legend.
Absolutely, he should be. I was saying this to my dad because I found out yesterday, although I respect this man quite a lot, the chief rabbi was knighted yesterday. So, firstly, congratulations to Chief Rabbi Mervis, now known as Rabbi Sir Chief Rabbi Mervis. Massive
Rabbi Sir Chief Rabbi. Jesus Christ, a mouthful.
So, Rabbi Sir Mervis, because you have to put the rabbi title.
Yep.
A massive congratulations to you, sir. But why has Gary Mabbott not got a knighthood? No, it's a disgrace.
I'm sure in some time he will. I'm sure at some point he will. But he is, again, people talk about statues at Tottenham.
Yeah.
He has to be up there in the conversation. Obviously, there's other people that will go before him. Obviously, Jimmy and Sir Bill. I can't remember. Is Bill Nicholson? Bill weren't made a Sir, was he? He's a Sir within our eyes. He's not but yeah, he has to be in that conversation.
I know people are going to say this. I know we're not supposed to be talking football here, but I'm going to do it because it's Gary Mabbott, and he goes well beyond. That man can come in and talk about football. That man is the man I'd build a statue of first because of what he's done. He embodies what we love about, what we respect about Tottenham. He embodies it, so that he deserves a statue. If anyone's ever statue, he deserves it. We need to welcome some more people in. Jason Bell's in the chat saying big up Brian, big up Jason. Hopefully you're well. Next Tuesday, if you can arrange it, we'll see what we can do.
I'll see you next Tuesday, eh?
Gary Mabbott comes in on Tuesday. I think I'll fake We got 2 beautiful humans from Perchy. If you want the link, Perch, I'll happily send it to you. But you're probably working. But you're always welcome in here, sir. Big up, Dan G. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're doing well. We have Ian in the house. Hello, Ian. Hopefully you're doing well. Ben, it's your show. You can do what you like, but we like to have some bit of decorum here, don't we? If we say we don't talk about football, we don't talk about football. Man, and if you're complaining, I've got to play this new clip.
Oh my God, stop being a Karen. You're totally being a Karen.
I love
That's
that.
a new one.
I love that video so much. Little K made that for us. I made the video, but Little K did the voice note yesterday. I love that video so much. It's so brilliant. But I don't know if you were able to watch the show yesterday, Brian.
Yesterday being Dad's 70th, it was all family day yesterday.
We could have watched Brewing Bollocks, Brian.
Do you know what? I went round there to my sister's early because my sister's thrown her back out.
Yeah.
And Sophie loves to be picked up and thrown about and on people's shoulders and whatever. And my sister physically couldn't do it. So she's like, Brian, you know you're a good uncle. Do you want to come and be the hugger, the carrier, the person on shoulders? And I was like, on my way. And as much as I love you, Ben, Sophie, honestly, Sophie has me wrapped around her little finger. She could say, stick your head in the oven and I'd do it.
Yeah.
Only this girl, this girl, I whatever she says, I do. I am so wrapped up. Listen, I try and do everything to make Ilana happy. But my niece has got me wrapped round her little finger.
Yeah. Daniel's in the house saying, hello, gents. Hello. He's laughing. I have you on as I work. Absolutely, Perch. Lovely to see you in here as always, Babby. Good afternoon, everyone. Big up, Delhi from 10 inch.
Right.
Big up, 10 inch. Hopefully you're having a great day, sir. Hopefully you're having a great day. Only at the weekends, absolutely. I just had my yearly MOT at the docks, so I'm getting one of those things on my arm that I advertised. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's great. Phil's got one of those. So, yeah, you can always talk to Hollywood Phil. We got good afternoon from Daniel Sandoval. Respect.
Big up, Daniel.
All one love. One love to you, buddy. Hopefully you're having a great day. And we've got the best name, Dragon D's Nuts. Good day. Good
big
day.
Up.
But yeah. Oh, and we got Nana Catman.
Oh, big up, Catman.
Big up, Ben and Brian and everyone in the chat. Hope everyone's having a great day so far.
All I will say, Catman, is when I'm back in October, we are sorting something out this season or the upcoming season where we get to do what we said, Scotland Yard and the Raptors game. It's happening. It's on. We have to make it happen.
I'm there. October. I'm there. I need those tickets because I believe my dad has basically crumbled because Brian Ireland is coming to the game.
Yep.
And as soon as I get that Manchester United ticket, I'm throwing that ticket at him. He's like, there you go. I'm making sure that man gets to go to a game. Making sure that man goes. But I want to go to Canada at some point. It's going to happen.
I'll tell you what, Ben. I gave in to temptation. I really didn't want to do it because I knew how homesick it would make me.
Yeah.
But I heard you going on about that Canada video at Epcot and Disneyland.
So you watched it?
So I watched it, and you know what? I was just watching the beginning bit, and then they got onto the Niagara Falls bit.
Yeah.
And I could just picture, like you, me, and you know my feelings for everyone knows what, picturing it. And then when they showed Toronto, and the woman goes, yeah, do you know what? I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh, I shouldn't have watched this. I shouldn't have watched this.
Do you know how close I was to crying?
I did cry. Yeah. I did when it got to Toronto.
My brother shed a tear, and my brother has never been to Canada. Like, it's so beautiful, that video.
When they showed downtown Toronto,
the show, I might cry.
When they showed downtown Toronto, and Niagara.
See it.
They showed Niagara, and they didn't just show the falls. They showed, and I was just like, I went. Like I said, because of the shit that I'm going through personally, I am an emotional wreck right now. I can break out into tears at any time at the moment for no reason whatsoever, and that did it.
Like, when it flew over downtown Toronto and you can see the CN Tower, I literally thought the Scotland Yard is there. I remember that. It's so.
Well, you saw what I sent you.
Yeah.
I sent you on Instagram, didn't I? The Scotland Yard where they did the outside and the entrance into it. I was like, oh my God. Oh
it's
my!
got such great memories because I remember when I was when I went to Canada last year and I met with Brian and we got off there at the CN Tower and I'm gonna ping. I can't. Oh no, it doesn't work, does it? Oh, I've got a video. I've got a picture somewhere, and I'll show it another time. But I've got a picture of us two at the CN Tower with the CN Tower in the background. I just remember that. It's like,
you know what? I'll be able to find it. You carry on talking. I'll find it. It won't take me long.
I think you've got that picture somewhere.
Well, you would have sent it. You would have sent it to me for sure.
I think I sent it to you. Ian saying big up Delhi, love that guy, absolutely. Lisa saying keep smashing the lights for Benji and Brian, people, absolutely. Canada is on my hit list. Yes, you got to go. You got to go.
What?
You've got to go. But it's just
when you were out in October, wasn't you, or September?
Yeah. I'll send it to myself this way.
Yeah, for some reason, it doesn't look like I've got it. For some reason,
if I go, I can find it easily. If we go Toronto, it's the good thing about Apple phones. You can do this.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about Apple phones because you know I'm a Samsungite.
Yeah. Now my phone's freezing. Let's message it to myself.
Yeah, but I always say with people that just to give this some context.
Breaking news. Oh, I've got to play the clip. But Perchy's got his Barcelona ticket.
That's all good. That's all good. But like I said, for contents of the picture that Ben's trying to find, whenever I take people to the Scotland Yard and we go on the train, I always do it every single time. I go out the same exit and I tell people to look down the stairs and then look up when we get to the top, because as you come up these stairs, I did it with Brad Matthews. I've done it with others that have come that haven't been in the community. You come up the stairs and the CN Tower is like bang in front of you. And you see how big it is and all its glory. And normally, whenever I've done it as well, the skies have been blue and clear. And you were out in October; it was beautiful weather, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Did it with Stell. So yeah, have you found the picture?
I've got the picture. I'm uploading it now. Let's remove that. There we go. What a picture that is. It brought back memories of that. That's going to watch a game together at the Scotland Yard. First time ever in Canada. What a time that was. What a time.
I got to say, that really helps my homesickness.
It doesn't help, does it?
No, do you know what I worked out? Tuesday, just gone, was 12 weeks till I'm back.
Yeah.
And as I said to you, I always do this thing with countdowns. It's like when we get into single weeks and single figure weeks and single figure days and whatever, it's approaching, and I just can't wait to get back. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, obviously we're gonna miss you here, Brian. But
I'm gonna miss the people here. I certainly ain't gonna miss England.
No. And I quite like England, but I agree. But there's always a laugh. You got Meta Football TV. Hello, Chris.
Big up, Chris.
You're doing well. Hopefully you're doing well. But yeah, I'm going to be watching that Canada video from after the stream. I'm going to watch it on my telly, and I might cry.
Yeah, I shouldn't have watched it yesterday.
If someone asked me, I might actually be putting it in my top. It's in my top 2 of the things I love at Epcot. I love that. I love that film. It's just a brilliant, brilliant film. It's replaced what's it called? Impressions de France, as it was known.
It's
also a very good film.
It's honestly, it's just such everyone. I've had so many people come out to see me, and I'd say more than 50% of them now live out there.
Yeah. It's strange because that is one of the best weeks of my life. That was an amazing week, and I don't know if Alex. Alex had my mate Alex who lived out there for 9 months. It was one of the worst 8 months of his life. It was really difficult for him living in a new country without his family. But he said that week made it worth it for him. But I'm really happy Alex is back.
Yeah, this is the thing. You got to remember, Ben, when I went out there, first of all, I knew my wife,
Yeah,
obviously, and her family.
yeah,
I also had a lot of friends that I met in Israel before my wife
Yeah.
that lived in Toronto.
yeah,
And also, when I went out, I knew as soon as my visa had been approved,
yeah,
I had my job at Booking.com.
yeah.
So it was like I went out there. When a lot of people go out to a new country, you don't know anyone. You don't know if you're going to find a job, support network, where I moved over there and
It
had
was
it all.
totally Alex. It was he had to do everything himself. He was getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning and not getting back to 7 o'clock in the evening, driving around, basically doing 4 jobs. It's hard.
Exactly. I had it all. I had it all. When Alana first moved here, she knew my family. That's it. She didn't know if she could find a job. She didn't have any friends.
Yeah.
She had my friends, but she didn't have her friends.
Just because
I
they're your
went over
friends, though, doesn't mean you're gonna mesh though well.
exactly. So it took Ilana a little while to settle here. Whereas when we got to Canada, I was set. And like I said, it was a huge help. And then obviously the Scotland Yard was still a massive part of my life.
You have common interests for you. The Scotland Yard is an amazing place. And Alex has not found that with a Man United. Well, he hasn't. He's too late now. He's back in England.
Yeah.
He didn't find that with a Man United pub. There probably is a sort of it, but the Scotland Yard is its own animal. People are so lovely there. You can talk with anyone. The guy with the big guy with the dreadlocks, I think it was, behind us, had a wonderful chat. The guys from South Africa, we had a wonderful chat with. But you said it. People were asking where you were like a month afterwards. I was like, it's just a wonderful, wonderful place. So if you're ever in Toronto, this is an advertisement for the Scotland Yard. We are not.
I always do it.
Yard. We're not sponsored by the Scotland Yard, but we probably will be or should be. Go to if
Stay
you're
tuned
ever
for
in
that.
Toronto,
Stay tuned for that.
If you are ever in the Toronto area and you want to watch Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, there is only one place you can go to watch them, and that is the Scotland Yard, the world famous home of Toronto Spurs.
Correct.
And you should actually be going there.
It's just like you said, it's a great pub. There's about 17 screens to watch it, so you see it wherever you are in the pub. The staff are just out of this world, can't do enough for you. The crowd we get, whether it's a busy match day or a non-match,
the food looked good as well. The
food's incredible. Just everything in there,
is
a 10 out of 10. It's absolutely outstanding.
Hello, sir. Mr. Graham is in the house, so we're going
to Graham.
We're probably going to be shining the toxic button talking about football too much. But IT Graham is in the house.
Speak to Graham for a sec. I just need to go bathroom. I'll be back in 1 sec, Ben.
What was that? Oh, Brian is gone. So
go in bathroom. I'll be back in 2 secs.
We've got Coover in the house, and big up Ben, Brian, and all in chat. Just taking a break from the cleaning and packing things. So tired. Lovely to see you in here, Coover. We do miss you, buddy. We miss you. We missed you yesterday on the Brewing Bollocks show, but we look forward to seeing you soon. Chris is saying hi to Graham, and Alan is saying Coover.
Hi, Chris.
We miss Coover. How you been doing, sir? Want a coffee?
Yeah, I had a last second.
Hot one or cold one?
What's easier?
Whatever.
I'll have a hot one.
Yeah. Mate.
How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Last glasses, by the way.
Yeah, they're great, right? Old glasses. They're back.
Well, 1 second. Ilana's just calling me. I'll be back again in a second.
Back in a sec. Oh, he's gone again. Right. Yeah, it's time for a new look. Yeah. So I watched the Formula One the other day at the same time as the Ashes, and it was so boring that I was watching the Ashes instead. And I don't like cricket. I enjoyed it. I enjoy cricket. I'm starting to enjoy it. I think what I probably need to go and do is probably go and watch a test match. You're going Friday? Yeah. But The Brewing Bollocks show. Brewing Bollocks, yes, every Wednesday at 3:30. Mark is saying big up to Graham.
This law is really entertaining.
Yeah.
Not too good on a Monday, but I'll do that on Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. I was probably in the O2 of 22,000. I was probably the youngest person in the room. They were very good yesterday. They were very, very good.
Yeah.
They were very, very good.
Considering you had a 79-year-old or 78-year-old and an 81-year-old in the lineup.
I think Roger Daltrey is 80, isn't he?
81.
Oh, is he 81?
Yeah.
He can still go. He can still go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything. Everyone in chat, what is everyone looking forward to? What does anyone want to chat about? The chat is open for you guys. The chat is open.
Jordan was captain last year.
Yeah.
All of the old Essex Spurs boys.
Yeah. Was it a laugh?
Mind you, we down to the few people got walking past with the Arsenal shirt. So
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Well, it would do. It's always banter.
Yeah.
Go have a laugh.
But the worst one, like little 7-year-old kid walked by with an Arsenal shirt on, and the mum knew exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But for me, it was the worst thing ever, doing that to a little kid.
Yeah. Bit too much, but.
It was funny, but mum found it quite funny.
Saying that, I did it to an Everton. I was driving with Rez, and we saw a kid in an Everton shirt, and I said, "Going down." Cricket. Can I say good luck to Somerset Saturday, whoever they're in, and some sort of cricket, probably. All I know about cricket is that sometimes when I'm complaining, the chirping of crickets at the night makes it difficult to sleep. Absolutely. Different type of cricket, that. Different type of cricket. But, it's a really weird day, isn't it? It's like really muggy all of a sudden. It was really lovely. Now it's really muggy.
No, I still get some rain.
I think that's what's coming. But yeah, the cricket's been interesting, and I don't even like cricket, and I'm enjoying it.
Well, for my own sake, I'm glad that we won at Headingley.
Yeah.
So that at least the next test means something.
Yeah.
Right. If I'd have gone there and we were 3-0 down,
Whitewash, it's pointless game.
Pointless.
Yeah. But when's the test start?
Wednesday next.
Wednesday. Okay.
Wednesday. I'll be at Lord's that day anyway. Actually, so Middlesex and Surrey. First day of a 4-day game.
Yeah.
And with some friends, I've seen for Yonks.
Yeah.
Which is going to be good.
And the Sheriff, Mark Cousins, has said he's going to arrive here on Tuesday, so there's always an open invitation.
Oh, next Tuesday?
Yeah, he's going to be here next Tuesday. So everyone is coming to see Mark Cousins on Tuesday. YouTube royalty, the Sheriff, and we're gonna get him to do a live stream of tech support. Tech support is his middle name.
I did like the stream on Saturday now.
Which one?
One with Mark and you and Bobby. Didn't like that. So.
Interesting.
Didn't like it. So it was awful. One of the worst streams I've ever watched.
I can't remember what we did on Saturday.
The normal Saturday night fortnightly show that we did.
I thought we had a laugh. I don't remember.
Problems with his.
It was really funny though.
I didn't find it funny at all. I found it horrible to watch. I turned it off after 20 minutes. couldn't watch that any longer.
Definitely love Mark. We all love Mark. He's a great
I'm not
bloke.
saying I
Yeah.
like Mark, but I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I didn't like that cigar.
We'll sort him out. We sort him out.
Took it off. I don't want to watch it anymore.
It's all opinions, Graham. It's all opinions. Yeah. We're not going to enlist your support. On the iPhone, yes. Laptop will be hit by a hammer, and not a warning. That's a spoiler. That is a spoiler. But how is everyone doing in the chat today? How is everyone doing? What would you all like to talk about? Can we get Gary Mabbott to come on Tuesday? Let's get Gary Mabbott to come on Tuesday. If only we knew. If only we knew. But hopefully Brian will be back soon. It's very interesting. You saw the Delhi video earlier, right? He's amazing. Top bloke, right?
I've always liked Dele Alli.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says to me. The classiest footballer that's hit this country in 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that boy can resurrect his career.
Yeah.
Because he's one of the best players around.
It just needs the world to the country needs to get around him now.
And that's why I think we should be watching the space very closely, because in 12 months' time we'll have an opportunity to go and get him.
Yeah.
And I'd have him back at Tottenham in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
ITG. There we go.
I'll pay him what he needs to do what he has to do. Because the man's a class act. If you want to win trophies, you've got to get some of the best players. And that's the best player that you can get who hasn't won anything.
Except for maybe Harry Kane.
No, that's the for me.
In terms of who you can, who we can get.
See, who we can get. You know, people say to me, "Oh, we can't get him because why would he come to Tottenham?" Right?
Yeah.
Because he's at Man City or he's at his place. Because the moment you say anything, there'll be 7 or 8 teams. At least with Dele Alli's never won nothing.
Yeah. We'll see. Watch this space. Watch this space. Let's. I know. I'll leave Brian up there. The chat. You're very quiet today, guys.
He's still got issues to deal with.
It's why he needs to. Everyone. He's got the perfect manager. He's got the perfect manager to help him out.
He's the perfect character
to get through it.
To come out of this. He knows now what he has to do.
Yeah.
Right? He's his own critic.
Yeah.
He's also
his own hero.
His own hero, as he said.
Yeah.
So let him get out of that.
Yeah.
And let him get back to playing the football we all know that he can do. As Gary Neville said, a very fearsome individual between 15 and 18, which he was. Yeah.
I'd love Denny to come back to it. Let's see how he does. Let's give the boy some support, and let's see.
Some space.
Yeah, let's see what he does for the next 12 months. We're back to talking bloody football again, which means we have to play this. Where is it? Where is it? But hopefully he's doing well. Hopefully he's going to do well. We've got 12 people in the chat. I don't know how many people have liked the stream because I don't have the stream up. But please like and subscribe to the stream, anyone that hasn't by now. And hopefully we get Brian back soon. He said he's going to be back with us shortly. We've got another 20 minutes to go. Until the end of the show. Yeah, but I was certainly amazed how good the Who were yesterday. I know you can say, but they're talented people. To do that at 81 and 79 is impressive. Like how powerful the Dexter. I saw Gene Simmons last week, and after 3 or 4 songs, he needed to have a sit down for 10 minutes. Yes, I know. It's a different thing. It's like they were standing in one place. They weren't flying about, but it's just like every 4 songs he needed to sit down. Which I understand. He's 71 years old. He's 71. Paul Stanley's had 2 hip replacements. But to be able to do that, 13 likes, get those likes. It was very good, powerful. Like it's almost like he's a sage. Like how good he is, like brilliant. Signed 2 decent defenders or 2 decent defenders rather than 1 world class one. We need depth, but we don't talk football here. How was the show last night? It was excellent. They did a lot of the stuff from Tommy. They did all the quadrophenia stuff. Then the orchestra went away and they did a lot of the stuff like Won't Get Fooled Again and Explain and a lot of like the big Who Hits My Generation. And then they came back and they did stuff like Barbara O'Reilly live. That's something to behold. The violinist they got to, she was superb. They were superb. But welcome back, Brian. Welcome back.
Yeah, sorry for that. Ilana, my beautiful wife, needed to talk to me about some things, so was discussing that. But now I'm back. I am back. So all was good. Ilana says hello to you and everyone. So yeah.
And it's always sent back to Ilana.
What I missed?
No, much to be honest, Brian. Gray and I talked about Delhi for a bit again, seeing as he's now in the studio. And now it's just chilling out. We've got another 17 minutes until the end of the show. 17
minutes?
Yeah, and I don't know what to talk about. My mind is blank. We talked a bit of cricket, despite the fact I don't understand cricket at all. But I enjoy watching it.
If my dad was here,
a cricket game. Maybe we should go to a cricket game.
No. Trust me, my dad, and I've spoken to Graham about this, is obsessed with cricket, and I mean obsessed in it. My dad has a very where my dad was born or raised in Gans Hill, I never got to meet his father. His father died even before my mum met my dad. Died very young. My late grandfather on my dad's side, but where they lived was across the road from where Essex played. So every summer holiday, my grandpa used to take his son, my dad, to lots and lots and lots of Essex games.
Yeah.
So my dad's connection with cricket is obviously very, very close because he grew up watching, but a very, very personal one for him. And he is absolutely obsessed with it. Whereas he's tried to get me to watch it. And I'm just like, nope. Yeah. I don't care if it's 2020, the Ashes. I couldn't give a no.
Yeah.
No.
So Brian to cricket confirmed.
Sometimes I'd rather watch cricket than football.
Sometimes, yeah. It all depends on the game.
The game I was at Lords for, I'd rather watch that all day long than watch football.
Good to know.
My dad's diehard Tottenham, but if he got offered tickets to the Ashes or a Spurs game, he's choosing cricket every single time.
It's all right. It's because what was it? We grew up loving Tottenham, so
exactly. And it's I love other sports, like I love the Olympics, I love other things, but my dad watches all sports: rugby, golf, boxing, you name it. He's a sports fan, but cricket is his huge passion.
Yeah. Mark saying classics. I'm not old enough to really remember the Who, but I love them. Their music is excellent. Wake up, have a cup of tea, and think about leaving the house. Park Life. There you are. Love Park Life. Won't Get Fooled Again. That was the favourite song they played yesterday. It was so good to be there for that. So good. I grew up with Ian Botham and Viv Richards. Were at Somerset. Yeah. There are enough similarities between baseball and cricket that I watch some clips on YouTube and get really, really into it. Yeah, it's just not for me, but I'm trying to get into it. Some people hate Formula One. I love Formula One. Not this current iteration of Formula One. This current iteration of Formula One sucks. And damn Red Bull for ruining Formula One again. But I like Formula One because I go out from a family that loves cars, so it makes sense. Golf, that's not a sport. That's a good walk spoiled. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I'm sure as well, Jason, that I know that line's used in a movie, and I'm sure it's Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's Lock, Stock. In fact, I'm convinced it's Lock, Stock.
It might be. Who knows? Ian is saying, like, not bashing F1, but when did everyone get in? So this is the thing. I grew up watching Formula One because my dad is a car guy. My brother is a car guy. They love cars. So if you my brother is exactly the same as your dad is. If he had the choice of going to Silverstone or going to White Hart Lane, he's picking to go to Silverstone, even though he hates watching Formula One at the track because you can't see anything. What's the point? You can only see one part of the track. But my family are diehard racing fans.
Yeah, I can't. It's one of the sports that, listen, I understand the passion for it. I understand people have the passion for it. I can't. I cannot sit down and watch Formula. I can't.
I love racing. I love NASCAR. I love IndyCar. I love that stuff. I like people going fast round corners. Taunton for a 2020 game, £2 a pint. Happy day. Yeah, £2 a pint. Bloody hell.
Yeah, again for me, that's
off the cards.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Robin Williams stand-up bit on golf? It's classic. Good to know.
Yeah, it is a classic.
Yeah. Canada has a cricket team. I bet they do.
But I think they do. I actually do think they do.
I think it's that good walk spoil quote is from Mark Twain. Interesting.
I think, but this is the thing. I'm sure I might have to watch Lock, Stock after this just to commit, because I know the bit. It's when the drug dealers that nickel people's drugs go in and steal something, and then he throws the knife into his whilst he's hanging from the. So
you
yeah,
just want an excuse to watch Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, don't you?
Yeah, I don't need any excuse to watch that or Snatch. I don't need any
excuse. You might as well watch it because those films are quality. I want to. I'm for one of those movies. I love those movies, but I need to be. I can't just watch those movies. I need to be in the mood to watch those movies because I just think those movies are great. But you could if we were here now and I just said let's watch Snatch, you'd be like, all right, and we'd watch it. I probably don't remember it. Look it up. I know we don't talk about football here, but last word on Spurs tweeted 10 minutes ago saying VDV could collapse. We don't talk football here, but it looks like we've got to play the breaking news thing again.
Well, no, let me just check if it's.
Golf is awesome. I was quite good at it. I'm awful at golf. My dad's pretty decent at it because he probably goes on lots of them. Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels is fantastic. I might need to watch it again. Yeah.
Let's have a look. Have they? Tottenham Hotspur? No, that's Cove. Currently in talks with Tottenham Hotspur are another club that like Levi Colwill, brilliant player. Yeah. Currently in talks for Wolfsburg defender Mickey Van der Sen instead, but it could collapse.
Uh-oh. Looks like we're logging into TottenhamOnTour in 10 minutes.
Listen, I do you know what? Right now, this is me saying it. Right now, today is about Dele Alli.
Yeah.
I didn't even on the Perchy show. I didn't sign off with my normal thing, and I won't sign off today with my normal thing. And anything I appear on today, I won't sign off on my normal thing because, like I said, what Dele has done today far outweighs anything that will happen in the world of football today. I don't care if whatever transfers get done or don't get done. If this deal collapses, then I'll have my say tomorrow. If it does collapse and we know about it, but all I will say is nothing surprises me when it comes to our football team and our owners, and people know that. But today is Dele Day.
It's some things mean more than our agendas. And this means more than us wanting an owner out of a football club. This is us supporting a human being, and we're going to do it. As we always do it.
Correct.
But Mark Twain said it originally. It was Mark Twain. Mark Twain was a very sensible man. I can understand Top Golf because you don't have to move anywhere, but even that, I hate it.
Yeah.
Even now, I hate it, but I don't understand how Top Golf became popular. No.
All I will say is golf isn't a sport I watch, but I'll tell you one thing, and I will never ever change it. on my PlayStation 3 or 2, whatever it was, and for years after it, Tiger Woods Golf on EA Sports, especially 2005, was quite frankly the most addictive and incredible game on any. And I'm talking better than FIFA. I'm talking better than all these role play games that I don't play. I've spent 48 hours straight with mates having competitions. Tiger Woods Golf was one of the best.
I've never played it.
Oh my God.
Get into it.
Oh my God, it was brilliant. Absolutely sodding brilliant.
Frisbee golf, football golf looks very interesting.
Yeah, I did that with Ben Simeon and Brains. That was a great day out.
Yeah. That sounds fun, but I'd be terrible. I'm terrible at football. I've got flat feet and I've got stupid legs, so I would be awful at it.
Well, when we did it, I was actually terrible. I mean, I used to be a very, very good footballer and play a lot, like every day with my mates and whatever, and play for a team. I almost came close to representing Israel or a team in the Maccabi Haifa in the Maccabi games, but hadn't played for years and years. And then we turned out to play football golf. And Ben, Simeon, and Brains turned out with their football boots and whatever. And there's me. I don't have football boots. I have my Under Armour rock trainers, which are like the meshy kind of trainers, not proper leather.
Yeah.
And my lack of playing really shone through. Really shone through. It was a great day.
Bloody show-offs turning up with their boots.
It was a great day, though. It was a lot of fun.
I bet Brains was good. I think Brains
is a fantastic footballer. He used to play up in Scotland for can't remember what team. He was actually on a professional book.
Yeah. Brains used to play for Thunderbirds.
There you go.
That's a Gary Anderson reference. Wii Golf is good. I loved Wii Golf. Wii Golf is something I loved. Wii Golf. Tiger Woods on PS2, almost as awesome, as good as Tomb Raider.
No. It's better. Honestly, you got sponsorships. You had to get the best class. It weren't just you play golf. You created your own character if you wanted. You went into the tours, mate. Honestly, hours upon ridiculous amount of hours. I kept trying to buy PlayStation 2s with Tiger Woods because the later it gone, they changed the putting way you did it, and it became like Championship Manager. Now you used to play it, and it was just play golf, Well, now the putting became like ridiculously hard. But Tiger was 2005, the greatest game created. Good to know.
I mean, the Race Driver Grid was very much like that. It was a racing game. You bought the cars. You've done your own sponsorships, and then you had the race. I loved that game. You were your own team manager. That was a great game. I loved that game. Very, very much so. They need to make more games like that are just addictive. They did, but the addictive games are now I've spoken with this about Kuva. There is a Chinese game. It's called Genshin Impact. But it's an RPG where you're playing an anime character. They got that selection of it's not an anime, but it's like they look anime. The anime girls, I played it for hours. Like it was stupidly addictive. It's like all you could think about was playing this game, and it was just a black hole of just effort. You played it. If anyone has never played Genshin Impact, don't play it because you'll get addicted to it.
But Ben, this was the problem. This is the problem. What happened with all those very, very addictive games and the good games like Championship Manager football? They were classics where you could sit down and enjoy it. Where now, because they know they're onto a winner, they try and change so much to make it like before. You play Championship Manager, you might have arranged training, but then it became so in depth. Personal training. You do this, you do that. Yeah. It became so like you could do a season. You could do a season in a day on Championship Manager. Now you try and do it, it takes about 2.5 weeks because of all the difficulty and all the extra added bits they do on it. They just ruin the great games because they try and make it more real than and it becomes too problematic and too strenuous to bloody bother.
That's why I liked Genshin, because it was a story game. You followed the steps. It's just like you could play. It wasn't difficult. Well, it was difficult if you weren't good at playing the game, but and here's me playing Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong 64. I sunk so much time into that. I love Donkey Kong 64. Love that game. What a game. Tiger Woods is a legend in general, breaking barriers. Watch a film about him and his struggle to even play. He was a brilliant golfer. He's a brilliant golfer. And Lee's saying the amount of people being disrespectful towards Delhi on Twitter is unbelievable. People are just disgusting. And Twitter is a cesspit. It's why I left Twitter. It's why I left Twitter. Years ago. Admittedly, I've done the wrong thing. I'm starting a Threads account. I still don't know how to work it, but I don't look at it. For me, it's not. So you can follow me on Threads at the coffee company, but I don't use it. But what's your opinion? I know you're on Threads, Brian, because I saw you post the other day.
Yeah, my first post had to be guess
Every
what?
day is leave you out day.
Yeah, had to be. Listen, if I'm gonna do that, so I've gone onto Threads just because it looks like loads of people are migrating over there, and it was just to set it up. There's a load of things that need to be improved on it. The great thing about it is it's linked to your Instagram account, so you know people are genuine unless they're genuine, whatever. So that's a positive move in the right direction. There's still a lot to be improved, but listen, they bring out something. Of course, they have the teething problems that they process throughout. I think it will always bring out things.
Social media is the greatest evil ever created.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. This is a whole other thing, Ben. What you got to look at with social media is social media came out and it done a lot of good. Let's face it, you and I met via social media, right? The platform was YouTube. Yeah. Ben and Simeon, who and a lot of this community would not have met if it hadn't been for social media. A lot of people in the chat none of us would know each other if it hadn't been for social media. And I wouldn't have been reunited and married to my beautiful wife if it hadn't been for social media. Yeah. So there is loads and loads and loads of positives to it. But unfortunately, there are people in this world
that ruin it.
And unfortunately, there is people that misuse it, whether it's to troll, whether it's to con people, whether it's to and there's a lot. You see all these like even on phone calls with these people with the try and scam people out of money, and it's used in horribly the wrong way. And that's the thing. But there's so much good that has come out of it. Two people like Mark Cousins, Andrew Gregory, James Flower. There's people in this chat right now. I'll just have a quick look at them. My brother Bobby K from Canada wouldn't have known anyone apart from myself in this community because of my connection with Bobby. You got Jason Bell, Daniel Field. I can go through the list of the people in here that no one would have met anyone or have a connection with anyone. Andrew, I speak to regularly on WhatsApp. I meant to have been reaching out to him on phone calls recently, but I just haven't been able to because of my own personal issues and what's been going on. But no one in this chat would have known anyone if it hadn't been for social media. But the sad thing is, the negative on it is exactly the negative. There is a lot of negativity to it. It's just, and it's now coming to the point where, like I said on Percy's show, where these social media owners and shareholders need to sit down and sort out guidelines. And to change the subject on a positive note, Street Fighter every single goddamn day of the week, Daniel. Yeah.
But
absolutely.
We can all do better as people, and hopefully this new thing hopefully is a step in the right direction, and hopefully Facebook do it better than the people that invented Twitter did it. Because they literally monetized toxicity. They monetized divisiveness. They monetized it. So hopefully this is a step in the right direction. But on that note, that is our hour up, unfortunately. Anti-social media, unfortunately, Scumbags Live without, absolutely. Double Dragon.
Oh, mate, I just instantly when I hear that, I think about the Game Boy.
Yeah.
My God.
But on that note, what's happening on Tottenham on Tour tomorrow, Brian?
Well, we're going to do a pop-up or a show of some sort. Percy isn't taking his hour because he's doing a wonderful 24-hour stream for the hospice that looked after his uncle.
Yeah.
And his family at the time of need. So Perchy is doing a wonderful thing to give back to the hospice that gave everything to his uncle and his uncle's family in the final stages of his life. So Tottenham on Tour are going to fill that void for people to have their Spurs content. And who knows what we'll be talking about. By the sounds of it, we could be talking about a Van der Ven deal collapsing.
Absolutely.
And then I might have my Levy outran. We'll see. But yeah, we'll be doing that. There may be, as I said to Ben earlier, I want to do a mental health stream about me and what's going on with me at the moment. But at the moment, I'm struggling to put it into words or to voice it. So I don't know if that will be coming out today, tomorrow, or in a few days, whatever. But tomorrow, we're definitely doing something at midday.
Absolutely, and we will be sending people over to Perch's stream because it's an amazing course, and we're going to give Perch all the support he deserves because he's a great fellow and he is doing something amazing. But on that note, we wish you all the best. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow on Tottenham on Tour in the morning at 12 o'clock after Sava's show, and of course we will be back here tomorrow at 2 p.m. on the Coffee Company. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, if you smell what the cough is brewing, and have a wonderful rest of your day and look after yourself. Mental health matters, and we will see you. Ciao for now.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned, wear a hat, sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to